Welcome to Mark Bajerski YouTube channel. It's a beautiful day. Welcome to the Pure Energy Healing Academy. It's beautiful in here. It's beautiful. Outside is beautiful. Do you want me to just turn it around and show you? That's my view outside. It's gorgeous. The only problem is we've been sprayed upon so bad as of late. And I'd like to talk to you about that and all the other things that are happening right now in the world. I'm 55 years old right now. And when I first started this field of work, I was 38, which means, quite a bit of time to be able to consume what was shown to me those years ago up until this moment. And I noticed a pattern over the years that is quite powerful, and I think I should share it with you, and I think it's something which I would consider food for thought, and that is the hype. That is the new black. You know, what's the new black? What's the new trend? What's the new hook? Pull you in. There's always something out there. So I'm going to start first of all with not the earth splitting, not the white hats spraying good stuff, so we're all going to be healthy and healed. I'm going to start with a man called Nazim. Nazim was or is one of these people who a lot of people follow and love, and his work is exceptional. Obviously, he's a genius, but there are certain things that we should never forget. One of the things that was asked of him when I was the first one in my field of work to get hooked into something and to realize it was a crock of crap. That's a crock. But people forget the crocks all the time, and it's something in humanity that fascinates me, and it's the reason why tyranny continues. But that's not for me to fix, and that's where I want to come to eventually. So let's go back to this. There was a point where 2012 was around the moment where people were going, whoa, the end of the world, right? When that passed, everybody went, no, we didn't mean the end of the world, we meant a new beginning. And it's like, I realized that so many people were being hypocrites, but then I realized they're not being hypocrites, they're following a trend. They're following a pattern, and it's a genius marketing ploy. But you've got to watch these people, and you've got to understand why they're doing it and what they're doing. So Nazim, I'm not going to say his last name, a lot of people already know who I'm talking about. Quantum physics, quantum, all of these things, was asked about planet Nibiru. I remember this video to the word, and the reason why is because it freaked me out in so many ways because of Planet X, Nibiru. And that is, he explained to us that, and it was a nice thing. It wasn't demonic, scary or anything. It was nice. He said that Nibiru would come round. Bear in mind, this was years ago, and it was going to happen. Nibiru was going to come around our solar system, and it wouldn't hit us directly, but it would cause a cataclysmic event which would then change the whole of human beings. He mentioned we would be able to elevate, we would be able to talk to one another through our minds, our psychic abilities would enhance, and that was a hook, the new black. The new trend, okay? They're all doing it. All of them are doing it. They're all looking for the new trends, all of them. And that was back then. Nibiru was also used by the religious sect. So this always happens. Even now, they're doing it now. A priest in Spain has been putting out all of this, the end of the world, and we're all going to be bombed, and he predicted this years ago, and he gave us set times, and it's gone. Hey mate, it's gone, it's finished. You said it was going to be then, but it isn't, right? So there is something in time, for sure. Not many people are very good at hitting time. And I was a psychic and I used to predict time. And I always said to people, time was the most difficult thing. So are they right or wrong? Is this right or wrong? Well, it's very open, isn't it? You could say, oh, well, the timing's wrong, but it could happen. Nibiru was pushed by religion. And that's another hook to get you in, to bring you into the fear. And once you get pulled into the fear, you get pulled into that person or that religion or that sect or that cult or that crowd. And I recognise this. I saw these patterns. Religion was saying the end of the world, Nibiru's coming, and so on. I'm 55 years old now. I have got so tired of friends and Facebook and Instagram and all these people who contact me. And I've had many an argument or many a debate which turned into hate, and then they don't want to speak to me anymore. I'll give you one perfect example when people get pulled into this very clever dark energy. And it's very dark and it's very clever. And ultimately, if the world's going to end, why don't you enjoy yourself up to the moment it's going to end? Why would you live in fear up to that moment? Anyway, that's just a side note, just to make you think a little bit. So I had a message from a friend of mine I can see started to slip. And I said, just be a bit careful of what you're watching and reading, because you're being pulled into the fishing. You're being hook, lined and sinkered, mate. That's what's happening to you. No, I'm not. You are. The next message came in, and then I started getting worried. I could see he was now getting pulled into the cesspit of darkness and fear. And then he started spouting, which I knew he would. I've got a backpack. I've got my food in there. I've got my water in there. The end of the world's coming. It's in 3 days, blah, blah, blah. So I said to him when he did that, and I always say this to everybody, okay, are you 100% sure? And he said, yes. And I said, okay, how much money do you have in your bank account? And he said, why? I says, because I'll match that money in your bank account. We'll send it to an independent lawyer to take that money. And in 3 days, if I'm wrong, you can keep that money, and it doesn't matter anyway, because, but if you're wrong, I'd like to keep your money. Boo, or should I say, no, nothing else, no message, nothing. So you realize that you shake people up because they're not really 100% certain, because he would have said, yeah, just take my money, we're going to be gone anyway. So obviously the 3 days came and I sent him a message. I says, oh, we're still here. And that really peed him off. So he fell out with me totally. So you can see the ego that is within this, the ego, the fear, the craziness within this. Now, trending right now is the white hats. Apparently this is another pull-in of these people who are doing great good in the world. That is all hush hush. So apparently the white hats are spraying above us to counteract that what we have been sprayed upon over these years. You would like to know my truth? Absolute nonsense. This is another way of pulling people in so that they're there, sat by their screen and saying everything's going to be okay, everything's going to be... That's just as bad, because that's stopping you from doing good in the world. So you are now putting it out there to say, oh, I don't need to worry about anything and do anything because the white hats are doing it all. Again, another marketing plan. No matter who is creating it, it's still stopping humanity from moving forward and coming together and creating and making a difference in the world, okay? Just stops you in your tracks. The other one right now, what's trending, is splitting Earth. This is another hook, line and sinker, got your moment, okay? And all of these things, there's going to be another one in another year, and next year there's going to be another one, and if you're watching this video and it's 10 years gone, I guarantee you'll be watching another one, and you'll be saying, oh my God, this guy, it's right. Every one of them, and every time it doesn't happen, like a miracle, their videos disappear. Like a miracle, everybody forgets. Well, I don't forget. I remember these things. So Earth isn't splitting, whether you see it as a spiritual, I didn't mean it in a physical, I mean it in a spiritual. Doesn't matter what you mean it. There's no splitting. There's the Earth that's going to last longer than you. It's been bombarded. Has cataclysmic events, and we're still here. Life still moves on. The Earth still stands. It's still here. So all of that is a hearsay, could be fear. And all I've got to say today is this. Living in constant fear of what if is part of a demonic, dark, evil agenda, whether people know it, willingly know it or not. So you have a choice now. You can either follow this nonsensical, unproven, and 99.9% of the time nonsense that never happened to a slow death. There's no such thing as death, but a slow kill in yourself. Forget what everybody's saying is happening. You are killing yourself by following these cults and these new ideas. And earth splitting is the new black. White hats is the new black. It's all an illusion. It's all a pulling to get you into that field of energy, which is low vibration. So here's something you could do. Forget about everything. Don't listen to anybody. And why don't you create your own life? Why don't you go out there and walk on a beach? Why don't you go out there and go into Mother Earth? Why don't you go out there and do something productive for yourself? Why don't you write something amazing and create something amazing instead of following anybody, including me? Why don't you make a change and make a video and talk about things that interest you? Why don't you do something that makes you happy, that you know is positive and makes a difference in the world? Why don't you become that of all of those others that are pulling you in, so that we can dilute all of those who are pulling you in into a positive world? Because that's the only way to counteract this. There's no other way. So the choice is yours. Are you going to be pulled in to the darkness, which we all do? Everyone has been pulled into that, me included, many times. And I have to shake myself up and slap myself a few times virtually and say, stop. It's happening again. Let me tell you, the black screen is the most dangerous black magic, modern day black magic you can imagine. So switch it off. Go for a walk. Eat healthy. Go and exercise, look after your body, meet friends, enjoy yourself. Switch off the nonsense and switch on your creativity, which lies within you, in your heart. Be the change in the world. Do something different today. Do one thing that comes from within you, not other people's regurgitated information, because then you're copying. Don't copy anybody. Just say, okay, what is my gift? What are my gifts? What do I want to do? What feels right? What makes me happy? What can I contribute in this world? Ask yourself those questions. Those are questions. Not the earth is splitting, the white hats are spraying and they're helping, and Nibiru's going to come, and the end of the... What good is that? And? What good is that, mate? Well, if Nibiru's coming, what good is that? The place is going to blow up, so why tell me? What's the big deal? It's ending and it's ending, right? Which it's not, because you guys have been saying it for 2 decades and nothing's ever happened. But yes, it has. And you are absolutely right. We were fooled. And once, fool me twice, and then I'm the fool. Only once, my friends. And I know what you're doing. I know how you're doing it. This is the biggest marketing plan since JC's Crosses. I mean, yeah, big marketing. Very big. So I ain't buying into it no more. I'm not doing it. I'm not listening. I am creating. I am not spending a single moment on anybody who's talking about negativity. I'm not doing it. I'm not buying into it. There's no need. There's no. Why? Okay, I'm just okay, mate. You've just spent 50 minutes talking to me about the earth splitting. Look at you. You're a mess. Look at you. You're distraught. Ask yourself, can you create now? No, Mark. That's right, you can. Ask me if you can do anything positive now. No, Mark. You're right. Ask me if you are any use in this world right now for anybody else. No, Mark. That's right. So now you've listened to the earth splitting and you realize that you're no good for anything. Do you honestly think that listening to all of these people trending, because it's a trend, it's only for a short while and it'll disappear and everybody will forget about it because they'll go on to something else. So as they're trending this and you're not feeling too good, what have you accomplished? Nothing. Good. But ask yourself, in that non-accomplishment of nothing, have you learnt anything? I'll leave that with you. So most people will jump onto the next bandwagon because it's a form of addiction. People don't realize that they're drawn to fear. They're drawn to breaking news. They're drawn to the psyop of the mainstream media, lies. So people prefer lies than truth. People prefer darkness and fear than love and joy. Work that out if you can. Don't think you're exempt from this, and don't think I am, because it's a good pull, it's a good catch. It normally works for 99% of the world, but could you be the 1% that changes this? Could you put out there things that make people watch what you do or what you create and go, wow, I feel amazing. And with that energy, they get up and they heal their friends, they heal their family, they're nice, they're kind, they create and do things that spread in that energy field of work. Which one are you? Ask yourself that question. Which one are you? Be honest. And I've always said this, we're all radiators and drains one way or another. And sometimes when we're feeling bad, there's a kind of energy where instead of wanting to feel better, we want to submerge ourselves in fear and worry because we want to reassure that what we are, everybody else is, and what everybody else is going through. Well, that doesn't help either. So we have to learn to see it, recognize it, and you're one step closer from clearing it out of your day in a moment. It's very similar to the Buddha saying pain is inevitable. What is pain? Well, it could be the splitting of the earth of all these self-proclaimed gurus who are somehow psychics and they know everything up until it doesn't happen, and then everybody forgets, and then they still follow them. They still listen to them. It's incredible, but that's the way it is. So that's pain. That's suffering. But how long do you suffer that? I've switched it on. I'm listening to this person talking about the earth splitting. I'm starting to feel bad. This is suffering. I recognize it. Suffering is optional. I opt not to suffer anymore and watch this. Switch off. Good. I am a hypocrite. I am a procrastinator. I have said things that are scary. I have said things to people like, be careful about Britney Spears, the 3-dart finish, because it could cause issue to you. Yes, but that point was because I was worried that they were giving something that was not tested and you were all guinea pigs. So that wasn't something that I felt was fear-based. It was fact-based, and I was just giving a warning. Giving a warning to the earth splitting doesn't do anything, can't create anything. What do you do with that? What do you do with Nibiru coming? What do you do with the spraying of the white hat? What do you do with that? There's nothing you can do. There's no creation in it. There's only fear or being frozen because you think somebody's fixing something. Again, externally giving it to somebody else instead of you doing something. Oh, they're doing it, so I don't need to bother. Yes, you do need to bother. You need to look after yourself. You need to cleanse yourself. You need to have a wash. You need to clean yourself in many things. Look into it. They're spraying every day, so you need to detox yourself. I'm not going to say what, because you've got your own ideas of what you would use. Salt bath, borax, and there's so many things. Spirulina, you can look after your body that way and clean internally, getting rid of all the toxins and the heavy metals, and so on. So for me, I just look at it this way. The win-win situation is me taking care of myself, my body, me looking after my body in a physical way and a spiritual way. So being happy as much as I can, being creative as much as I can, looking after my body as much as I can, being kind to my fellow brothers and sisters, and doing great work in this world to give and help and share. The heart that gives is always full. The hand that gives is always full. All of these things are positive things that make the shift and change in this world. You are the most powerful crystal in the world. How you vibrate is so important in this world and people around you. You become the lighthouse, and when people see that, they feel safe and secure, and they embrace that and say, I'd like to be like that, and then they make the change in their life. That is important. That's all positive. If you are watching all of these people trying to hook you into the fear tactic, then you are only going to be and vibrate in the fear tactic. It's that simple. The choice is yours. What are you going to do today? Are you going to make a pledge to yourself for the next 30 days that you're not going to watch anything negative? If you do, see how you feel in 30 days, and then revert back to how you was, and then after that 30 days, see how you feel then. And I guarantee you will feel better after 30 days of switching off your phone and not listening to the dark nonsense and all of this amazing psyop, PR, marketing to pull you into fear. And when you get back into the fear, look at yourself, and again, I guarantee you will be rendered useless. And that's what they want. So be smart, be wise, box clever, be stronger, be powerful. No one has the power over you unless you let them. So today, don't buy into the voodoo spells. Don't buy into the black screen magic. Don't buy into fear, and create the world you want. And the world you want will be in front of you because you've created it. That's my message today. Love you all. On a final note, I think we're on day 4, last 4 days. If you go to markbajerski.com and buy a crystal, and the crystal is over 120, I will attune and channel into a crystal that I feel is beautiful for you, and I will gift you another crystal as well. So you'll get 2 crystals for the price of 1. But what I'd like you to do with that 1 crystal that was gifted to you, if you don't mind, is wear it for a week. And in that week, think to yourself, as you meet people, who is the person who really needs a crystal? And you'll feel it, and you'll know, and you'll take that crystal off and gift it to them and say, this is from my heart to yours. By doing that, you change your energy and you create something so powerful in you that you will feel healthier, you'll clear fear, you'll clear disease, you will start to become more powerful. And the magic of life and everything that you deserve will come to you by just a simple act of kindness. And that's why I'm here to help. So give it a go. No fear there. It's all beautiful. Have a great day. If you end up going to markbajerski.com and going to any of the ebooks and any of the audiobooks, and you make a purchase, every £5 of that purchase will turn into a ticket, and that ticket will be put into a bowl over here, and I will pull out the winner of 13 beautiful, powerful crystals in the next coming week. So some great offers and some good things that I'm doing right now. I'm wishing you all a lovely day, and thank you so much for going to markbajerski.com and supporting my beautiful website with all the shamanic tools that I've worked with for over these 2 decades, which are crystals, oils, incense, and now teas. I hope the parasite cleanse is working well. I started this morning and I feel great, absolutely, really good. So have a great day, guys. Take care. Love you all.